Halo Fixmania, saya Jopo, bisa dipanggil nama JP, Joe, atau JP. Kali ini kita akan membahas tentang 3 hormon penghambat bakar lemak. Ya, Dr. Eric yang akan menjelaskan dalam video ini apa saja 3 hormon yang menghambat kita membakar lemak. Ya, banyak orang yang seringkali gagal dalam melakukan diet, mungkin karena akibat dari 3 hormon ini, atau memicu 3 hormon ini menjadi berlebihan di dalam tubuh. Ya. Jadi Dr. Eric ini akan menjelaskan satu persatu hormon apa saja di dalam tubuh yang menghambat kita, sehingga tidak semua lemak, semua upaya kita untuk melakukan pembakaran lemak itu akan terhambat atau akan diblokir. Bahkan akan diberikan solusinya dan cara mengatasinya bagaimana. Silakan nikmati video ini.
When you actually age, when you go from 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, okay, hormones change. Metabolism slows down. Would you agree with that? You can't keep doing the same thing with the calorie counting. You have to look at the hormones in relationship to the triggering of the fat-burning hormones. I'm going to show you something before I get to the next body type real fast. Hormones. There are 3 dominating hormones that, if present in small amounts, will completely block and cancel all the fat-burning hormones. Okay? In other words, you have 2 things. You have things that you should avoid, and you have things that you should do. The things that you should avoid are much, 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 much more important than the things that you should do. It's the little stuff, okay? So let's take this one. The first one is called insulin. Insulin is a hormone that regulates sugar. It decreases sugar. It's triggered by sugar. So every time you eat sugar, it spikes the insulin, okay? Then you become a diabetic, and then sugar goes high. It doesn't go down, so you have to take insulin. In the presence of just a little tiny bit of insulin, it can cancel out and completely destroy all the good stuff that you did. So let's just make this real. Let's take a cookie, 80 calories. You can walk that off in about a mile, but the sugar in that one cookie will block fat burning for 72 hours if you have a slow metabolism, like most people do. A half a glass of orange juice, a glass of wine, unless Dr. Oz told you to do it. Which I'm just being sarcastic, because I'm like, wine is alcohol, it's sugar. It's like it's going to completely block you. So we got insulin, right? It's the little stuff that's going to really mess you up. So we have to give you substitutes for the thing you crave. I already know a habit is almost impossible to break. So we don't want to take all the pleasure away from you in life. We want to tweak it. So there's things you can eat. Brownies, for example, that have no sugar, no flour. And you can eat those. You just have to know how to make them. And we have the recipes we can give you, and you can actually have it in the refrigerator and go for that every night, or when you like that. Number 2, cortisol. Too much cortisol, that's the stress. You're not going to lose weight. And how do you get rid of stress? Sleeping, walking. I teach people to do an acupressure technique, which basically pulls the stress out. You do it before bed, and you just get into a good sleep, and it extracts the old stress. So cortisol will block fat burning. That's why you have, like, when you have physical trauma and then you have loss of a loved one or a divorce, whatever, that will hit the adrenal 1,000 times harder than a physical trauma. That's why you have people that, like, after like this major event, they're just like, they never recover. That's why you get autoimmune diseases like lupus, MS. They all come after losses. Okay? So then we have the last hormone that makes you fat is called estrogen. Remember all those hidden sources of estrogen? It's in the hormones. In Europe, people are thinner than Americans. In America, we got girls going through the menstrual cycle a lot earlier, larger breasts. Kids are fatter. You might say it's a lot of different things, but I think the hormones are really messing us up. Now, do you guys realize that turkeys are fed hormones? That's why they're bigger. They're huge, right? They can grow them fast. If you consume the turkey that's been injected with a hormone, is it possible that some of that residue can get in your body? Yes. if it makes a turkey a butterball turkey, is it possible to make a butterball out of you? A butterball turkey out of you? Welcome to America. You're in the wrong country at the wrong time. So some of these poor countries, they're really rich in nutrients, but they come here and they just get fat. I see it all the time. They move to America. I'm like, you're doing fine until you moved here. Welcome to Virginia. So we have to eat and understand how to fortify our hormones, okay?
Semoga bermanfaat. Setujukah Anda bahwa investasi yang terbaik adalah investasi terhadap diri kita sendiri? Kita tidak mungkin bisa membayar orang untuk melakukan push up supaya kita bisa berotot. Itu tidak akan mungkin bisa terjadi. Jadi kita yang harus melakukannya diri kita sendiri. Dan memang kesehatan bukanlah segala-galanya, tapi tanpa kesehatan segala-galanya tidak berarti. Selain itu, kekuatan dan kesehatan mental kita ternyata dipengaruhi oleh kekuatan fisik tubuh. Oleh karena itu fisik kita harus perlu melatih fisik kita supaya kita bisa mengatasi segala tantangan dengan diri kita. Saya Jopo Afu bersama BINARAGA.NET. Kami mengajar Anda membangun generasi baru yang lebih cerdas, fit, dan tangguh.
Di BINARAGA.NET, kami selalu percaya bahwa setiap orang pasti bisa memiliki tubuh yang ideal dan sehat. Dengan subscribe, like, dan share video ini, Anda turut membantu membangun Indonesia sehat dan kuat. Salam jelas fitness, saya JP.